seller, et cetera, et cetera. But that I need this document signed in order to represent them in the sale and transact on their behalf and things like that. And that piece of paper ensures that, that I have the right to do so.
And how do you send it to them?
I send them the link from RBO. Like I send them to Digital Sign.
So you send them from RBO, and then after this conversation, so they call you, contact them, you go over what they're looking for, you explain the process. Here's what's going to happen next. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 3 is you guys signing this agreement, which I'm sending you right now via email. You need to sign it before we start showing you properties. That's the process, correct?
Correct. And then I find out about their financing. Most times they're not pre-approved. So I, connect them to one of my lending partners that I feel may be appropriate for them. And I let them go through that process, and then I'm in touch with the lender until we get that pre-approval. A couple of them have become a little picky about, being specific about, properties and numbers and taxes and all that stuff. So I give them examples of the type of properties I would show them. And sometimes we get pre-approval specifically for a property that we're going to bid on, but I have them talk to the lender first. And once they have their pre-approval, of course, having the exclusive signed already, then we start booking appointments.
Okay, everyone was listening up to this moment. Elvis is completely inside the system. The beautiful thing is that, you joined the industry a year and some, and when you join us, and you right from the get-go, you've been following the system. Like everything that you do, you're not winging it, you're just following the system simply. And you're getting people to sign. You're talking more, and other than 2 people that came to you from referrals, you're talking Zillow and you're talking Facebook group. These are called, and they sign exclusive buyer agreement, which was done very naturally. And it's just like, that's how business is done. It's like when you go to the doctor's office for the first time, they say, fill up all this. I'm not signing anything. Okay, so the doctor can't see you. So it's like that. That's how you guys should do it. Like, it's just like that. This is how I run my business. And if they don't sign, then that's a red light making you feel weird about the situation. Like, why wouldn't they sign it? Because they're not paying you commission. The seller pays commission. So if you follow the system right from the get-go, you will have a much more smoother business. And by the way, you can count money in the bank with exclusive agreement. You cannot count money in the bank by people liking you, or you think that they like you, and therefore they're not working with anyone else because they do. So that's great. Now, I want to ask you another question and maybe put you on the spot a little bit. How do you qualify these people? Like, how do you know, or what is your definition? That's the question. What is your definition of a buyer that is ready to sign exclusive and you making a commitment to spend and invest time to actually work that specific agreement? What are the minimum standards? Like, what do you call a lead?
Well, the conversation. For me, it's how the conversation goes. That's why I like to make them talk and see how serious they are. And of course, if they sign on quickly and they speak to the lender and things like that, then I know that they are definitely taking the actions on their end that they would if they're serious about purchasing. Because I have so many leads that just won't convert. If they're not active participants in the conversation, if they're not taking the next step, if they just keep saying, okay, yeah, I got to wait a month to do this or the other thing, like, yeah, I'll follow up. But, until they actually take those steps, I don't consider them to be, somebody worth anything more than a follow-up.
So what's the time frame? What are you looking to hear from them in order to say, okay, I'm willing to invest my time on this person? What do you need to hear as far as time frame?
If within the first week they're willing to, immediately start talking to the lender, sign that exclusive, which only takes me a couple of minutes to fill in and send them. If they take those steps, then yeah, they have my attention.
Okay, and then time frame? Would you work with a buyer that tells you, we're not on a rush. If we find something we like, that's great, but there's no rush, and we're probably looking more into maybe in the next 6 months to purchase something, to find and purchase something. Would you work with that person? Would you sign them on an exclusive agreement?
Well, actually, you reminded me of one. So I do have a sixth that I have an exclusive with. I kind of forgot about her. So she is one that's looking for something very particular, and she is not in a rush. So, you know, once every 7 to 10 days or so, I'll send her an update. I'll look, you know, these two came on the market that look like something you're looking for. Let me know what you think. But you know, unless she sees the pictures and loves the place, you know, I'm not booking an appointment and going to where she wants to go and all that stuff. So I still keep in touch. I still follow up. I still get the exclusive if I can. But if they're not in a rush, then neither am I.
Okay, so here I want to draw a line for you. So when you talk to people and you ask questions, they participate, they contact the mortgage person, they sign the exclusive. I felt very uncomfortable having someone sign an exclusive agreement and they're not ready to purchase, because when they sign it, I'm committed to these people in contract. Like I made a commitment to find them something. Now, I like to ask questions on the pre-qual. You know, my first appointment, my first conversation, my first phone call, if it's a Zoom, I prefer a Zoom, by the way, but it's a phone call is also fine. And then on the phone, I will ask a bunch of questions. The first one of the first questions is, when do you plan on moving? Tell me your situation. Do you rent? Do you own a house? Do you need to sell the house? Is it under contract? Like, what's going on? I want to know that they have some urgency in the process of purchasing a house. Because if it's just like I'm looking to purchase when I find something that I like, and then I go and I'm actually investing my time in it, and it doesn't convert like the lady that you're talking about, then I prefer to release her from the contract. And this is how I hold myself accountable, because if I collect buyers' contracts, like Lisette was saying 10, Lisette is coming up next. When you have 10 people that you make a commitment with, you're not really committed. And you're not treating the leads and the agreement the right way with the most importance. So it's becoming, look, if I know that I have 10 buyers agreements, I'm going to be more comfortable in my behavior than if I knew that I only have 3 people. If I need 5 closings every month, and I know that I only have really have 3 people that are ready to make a move, if I found them something today, then I'm going to call those 3 exclusive buyer agreements. And the other 7, I will wait to sign exclusive with them because they're not ready. I want to only have I want to close my agreements within 30 days. So every time I have an agreement, for me, and a buyer agreement, if I have it in my hand with their signature, it tells me, okay, I have 4 weeks to close this. I cannot stretch this thing more than 4 weeks. I have to work on it right now. Therefore, I'm going to spend time on it in my schedule. Otherwise, there's no need for me to put any time from my schedule for that client. I will then go back to generating leads. The most important thing in your business, and it's always going to be like this, is lead generation. If you're not having a lead generation system, a machine that's actually generating leads for you, which, by the way, the best one is prospecting. If you don't have something like that going on your behalf, and you're investing at least 80% of your day at the beginning stage on lead generation, 80% of your time of working has to be generating leads and following up on these leads. Now, I called a FISBO, or say I called Just Listed this morning. Came across one guy who says, hey, Ron, maybe after March, I'll start thinking about selling. If the price will still be, if the market is the same, I'm probably going to consider selling in March. And I asked a couple of more questions, trying to show them the benefits of doing now, and they're not going with it. And I need to call them back in March. Would I call that a lead? No. Because for me, a lead is I have to, guys, every month I need five listing appointments, like 5 listings. So if I'm converting 1 out of 2 listing appointments, I need 10 listing appointments every month to get my 5 listings. If I'm going to start giving my time to buyers that are not ready to purchase, and I have all these buyer agreement with them, and I'm thinking, okay, these are actual people that are serious about buying it. So I'm not going to invest enough time in lead generation because I already have leads and let me close them first before. No, that is a chaos. And that is a failure. That's a path to go into a breakdown in your business. Like you will have some serious issues with money if you behave this way. You have to start understanding. Yes, you are licensed. You have a license to work with buyers and to work with sellers and to help them sell their home and to help them buy a home. That's really the concept. But what should you really do in order to make money? Let's be more to the point. Let's not talk about la la land. Let's talk about reality. How do you make money in real estate? The first step to make money in real estate, and if you don't get to this first step, you're not making money, is an exclusive agreement. The first is an exclusive agreement. That's money in the bank. Exclusive agreement with a qualified, realistic, and motivated and ready to go buyer or seller. That's the definition of money in your bank account. So if you need money, your business needs to make money. If you need to get in activities that will secure that you're getting paid, you need to focus on getting exclusive agreements. That is the job. That is all the job that is required of you from your business, like the business entity, not you. I'm talking about your brand. Your brand needs you to bring exclusives. Now, if you're just going out there, no, I have these relationships, I'm building relationships with people and I talk to them and we like each other and we talk about real estate and I'm showing them houses, but I don't have any agreements with these people, then my business is at risk. Because I cannot bank on it. Yeah, I understand you closing deals with buyers. I close many deals with buyers who never sign exclusive until I worked with enough people who burned me and I just wasted my time. So where should you invest the majority of your time? If I started my business today, if I literally started now in real estate, I will do what is called a major blast activity, major blast momentum. What is major blast momentum? I'm going to go all in for as long as I can, and I will do 10 to 12 hours a day of hardcore major blast momentum. What does that mean? 80% of my time will be generating leads. How do you generate leads? You're doing activities that are generating leads. For example, prospecting, which is calling people. So number one, I'm going to call everybody that I know. I'm going to remind them one more time that I'm a realtor if I did it before. If I'm brand new, I need to contact everybody as soon as possible. When I say everybody, it's a numbers game. So therefore, I need more people, not less. The more people I have in my database that I contact, the more money I'm going to be making. So I need to let everybody know that I'm in real estate as soon as possible, just notifying them. That's like first blast. Notify everyone. How do you notify? You call, then you text, thanks for picking up my call. And I'm going to write something quick, short, sweet, cute, whatever you want to call it, with your own style, letting them know that you're a real estate agent. And if they know anyone, come across anyone, if they wish to buy, if they wish to sell, they contact you. So I call them and then I send them a follow-up text. Thank you for picking up my call. We'll be in touch. By the way, Then I'm going to send them an email. The email is going to be more detailed oriented. So I'm probably going to do something like a newsletter, talking about the market right now, giving them what happened in the last 60 days in their town, talking about what's happening in the mortgage industry, like creating like a one-page newsletter that I send to them immediately after I call them. So I call them, I text them, and I email them. Then I go to my social media and I post something on social media announcing. Now, you don't want to post a regular post. You want to post a video. You want to post you can create like an article that you created it with your picture, with explaining about yourself, like a flyer about what you do and what's your unique selling proposition. What do you do different than other people? What is it that you do special? What do you specialize in? Like, what's your niche? And you're blasting it on social. And what you want to do is you want to create a page. And by the way, that's one of the steps. By tonight, when I say tonight, I'm talking Italy time. So for you guys, by 6 p.m., probably by 6 p.m. your time. Wait a second, it's going to be 5, 6. Okay, probably by 4 p.m. your time, I'm releasing another video this week. That video is giving you 7 steps of what to do in your first 30 days in the business. And you always want to relate to your business as if it's your first 30 days. Mike Ferry once said, and I picked it up I recorded it in my subconscious mind. He said, you should treat your business every day like it's your first day in the business. Do you understand what it means? You should treat your business every day like it's your first day in the business. And if that's the case, then that's what needs to be done. So I'm releasing this video. It has 7 steps, of which some of them we spoke about right now. But I know already, because I know you, that you're not in the system. You're missing some of the stuff in the system. And by the way, the 5th step that I'm talking about in the video is about developing your lead generation skills, which includes communication skill, which includes role playing, chanting out loud, practicing and rehearsing your scripts, dialogues, and listening presentation, and handling objections. That has to be done every day. Now, be honest with me. When was the last time that you did the following? Chanting in a normal speed, any script, chanting out loud right after, as fast as possible, getting on the phone with a role play partner and role playing. When was the last time that you did all 3 steps? Shoot, Selena.
Long time ago, I would say.
Okay. Schumann.
I don't do much of that at all.
Okay. All right. Elvis.
I'm sorry, I missed that last question. I apologize.
Last question is, when was the last time that you chanted out loud, normal speed, chanted out loud as fast as possible, and role play right after any script with someone? And I'm talking about all 3 steps.
All 3 steps, probably 3 or 4 months.
All right. And Lisette?
No, all 3 steps, but I do role play until loud before presentation or before I.
And Amanda?
And that you just mentioned in a while.
What? Okay, I want you guys to look in the mirror and I want you to listen to me clearly. Like, this is really important. The reason that you didn't do it is your ego. So why you're not doing what makes top producers make at least $250,000 a year is because of your ego. Your ego doesn't allow you to do what is necessary in order to become successful in our business. Chanting out loud a script. If I ask you right now, without looking at any script, and I ask you, okay, I want you to do the FISBO script right now, without looking at the page, can you do it? And can you do it well? And can you do it well? And what's your tonality going to be? And are you doing it in a way that you don't need to focus on what you're saying because you want to focus on the client disc profile? So if you really want to go to the next level and you're thinking, well, I'm busy. Look, I have listings, I have pendings, I have buyers, exclusive. I'm okay. I'm not doing bad. That is your ego. And you want to get rid of that because you're not going to hit your goals if you listen to your ego. You have to remember something. If you want to close 25 transactions, you got to make 25 contacts. If you want to make 25 contacts and actually get a lead, you need to learn the language so well that if you call 25 people and you got one lead, and I called the same 25 and I picked up 6 leads, all that it tells you is that I am better than you communicating the scripts and dialogues that we gave you. And then we go back to the listing presentation. How many listing presentations did you do in the last 30 days? Selena. You're probably, I muted everyone, so if I name you, you need to unmute.
3.
You did 3 listing presentations in the last 30 days. And if I recall correctly, you said that you don't have any listings right now.
Nope.
So what happened? You did 3 listing presentations and you didn't get the listing?
I did. They're coming. Yes.
Okay, so when I asked you if you have any listings, you said you have no listings. In the last 30 days, you did 3 listing presentations. What happened to these listings?
Well, one's coming next week. The other one should be coming next month. And the third one, maybe January, February, whenever they're ready.
All right, so when you do a listing presentation and you follow the system, you're getting the listing at the end of the appointment. If
Right.
they need to sell in January, you're not doing the listing presentation yet. You're waiting until getting closer to January when they get ready to sign, and then you go out there and you actually do the presentation. So when I said how many listing presentations you did in the last 30 days, you said 3. Are you talking about 3 listing presentations that you did after pre-qualifying them and knowing that they want to sell in January and you still went there? Or like how
No,
why
I
did
didn't know. I didn't know they, like, the one for January. I didn't know that they want to wait till then.
and the one for next month?
They're definitely gonna sell it. Yeah, it's gonna go on the market next week.
Okay.
Or-
Now,
and-
when you book a listing presentation, so say you called me, these 3 people you're talking about are referrals. How did you get them? Past clients?
Past client, two past clients, and one of them, someone that watched one of my videos on
Okay, so one of them is what, social media?
social media. Well, Sphere is from my church, and the other 2 are past clients.
Okay, 1 sphere, 2 past clients. Great. They're contacting you, letting you know they want to sell their property, correct?
Yes.
What's your steps?
My steps is to follow up with them. Every month I do.
No, but wait, they called you, they said, I want to sell my house. What, tell me the steps that I teach in the system. Step number 1.
So when they call and they want to sell the house, then I schedule an appointment with them. I ask them a few questions over the phone first. And then I schedule an appointment with them to go look at their house. And I do the market analysis. I pull comps. I bring them the comps. I break down the numbers for them to see this is how much you pay in commissions.
Wait, you're jumping too quick. Step number 1, you actually having a phone conversation or a Zoom or a face-to-face. You're asking questions about their needs, why they plan on moving, when they plan on moving, where they're going to go next. You're asking questions about the property. You're basically following a specific script with questions to ask to kind of figure out the story. Once you figure out the story, you're booking an appointment. After you book the appointment, there is a step between going there, which is pre-qualify the listing appointment, which is a specific script that is qualifying the moment, the timing of the meeting, which is really what the pre-qualifying script is all about. Hey, Selena, if what I say makes sense to you and we meet tomorrow at 5 o'clock and we go over everything and you like the price and you like everything that I do to sell your home, are you ready to list your home with me tomorrow at 5 o'clock?
Honestly, I don't.
I know you don't. That's why you go and you're getting next month and in January. So if you use this script, that is the script, you are investing time with buyers that don't sign exclusive. You're investing time with people that ask to meet with you, and you do the presentation at the wrong time. If you fix that, your business will be more organized. You will have a lot more peace in yourself because your business is a lot more secured, and you will make a lot more money, like a lot more money. And the people will treat you that you are a lot more professional. It's like you're going from this level to this level. Like I'm talking to you from this level. Okay, you want to buy something? Let me take you out. Oh, okay, boom, I take you out. I don't need to qualify you. I don't know if you have a mortgage. I don't know nothing. I just put you in my car, start driving around. That's over here. That's this level. The next level is I pre-qualified you. Now I went over a little bit. I sign exclusive, I go up here. So it's climbing up the steps of your professional level that will get you to make a lot more money, and people will respect you a lot more. Like a lot more. Like if I go to a doctor, I'll give you one example. I go to a doctor appointment. There is no secretary, there's no front desk. I just go there, I ring the bell, the doctor open up the door. We sit down, he starts telling me stuff. I need to fill out this paperwork, and he's asking me the things on the questionnaire. And you know, it doesn't look organized. There's nobody there. It's just the doctor. I'm going to feel a little bit weird about this doctor, you know, injecting me with some medicine. So there has to be structure in your business. Number one, to show up professionally. Number two, to organize your business in such a way that you're getting a lot more business. You need to make more money. A lot more money. And the only way to do this is to follow the system. And you guys, every single time that you don't follow the system that you learned and you know, is because, number one, there's a couple of different reasons why people, like I asked you guys, when did you chant normal speed as loud as fast as possible and role play? When did you do the combination of those three? None of you did it. Not recently. And if I asked you and I put you on the spot on the microphone in front of everybody else to tell me what you're saying to me when you call an expired or whatever, I'm probably going to put you on the spot, which means you don't really own it yet. But you're still going about your day, doing your business, and then not really getting the results that you wish to get. So I go back to Yamanda as an example. Yamanda, you have one listing, correct?
Yes, sir.
How did you get the listing?
It was a person that I was not related, but that I know from my old.
So what is that, center of influence?
We didn't have that kind of relationship. I'll call it, yes, sphere of influence.
How did they get to you? Let me ask the question this way. How did they find you?
When I got my license, I started reaching out to person that I know and letting them know that I was already licensed as a real estate agent, and then follow up. Just a reminder if you know somebody else, and that's how she goes like, hey, I'm just thinking about selling my property.
Okay. So you actually follow the system that I was teaching you, and you got results, and now it's paying off. Did you, at the beginning stage of your career, chant out loud, normal speed, as fast as possible, and role play?
Yes.
Okay. And if I put you on the spot right now, would you know your script inside out?
No.
So tell me what is causing you not to do it, which is really the foundation of your skills. Why did you drop that and started doing, I mean, you have 4 buyers. You said 6 exclusive buyers. So we didn't even get into the details of these 6 exclusive buyers. I don't know if they're going to purchase something in the next 30 days. And I don't even know if you guys have any inventory to sell these people. So, I'm very happy that you guys are signing exclusive with these buyers because it means that you're in the system. But then again, do you have anything to sell them? And if not, what are you going to do about it? So you have to understand, until you internalize the script inside and out, and you know how to handle all the objections that someone can give you, and you are really prepared, until that moment, you should never stop chanting and role-playing daily. And even when you get to a point when you're really, really good at it, you still want to practice sometimes. Look, top athletes, do you think that Djokovic, is not practicing? He doesn't have coaching anymore. He's not practicing every day, hours and hours and hours and hours because he's number one? No, he has to do it. As a matter of fact, the better you become, the more practice you need. So practicing your scripts and dialogues is a huge piece of becoming a top producer. It's you guys just looking for leads and you're looking to convert those leads, but you don't understand that the lead generation is all about your skill. If you suck, you don't have leads. If you are excellent, you have a lot of leads. So we need to get you to the point that you're generating so many leads that you're not even dealing with the garbage leads because you don't need to. And that's all about your communication skills. The better you get in your scripts and dialogues, the better you handle objections over the phone, the better you know how to handle a phone call, a face-to-face, a door knocking, the better you get at it. Now, Selena, you're getting someone to call you from your center of influence, past clients. That's beautiful. You recorded a video. They called you on it. That's great. So you know how to create those sparks and you know how to create relationships with people, but you're still not following a system. You have to be structured. Step A, step B, step C. The first step is, okay, let's talk. Tell me what's going on with your house. How long you've lived there? Is it renovated? What kind of work did you do in the last, 2 years? Why are you planning on moving? Where are you moving to? Who's helping you to find properties over there? All those different questions. I'm done asking, okay, let's book an appointment. I'm done booking an appointment. I jump on my pre-qualifying script. My first question on my pre-qualifying script. Hey, Selena, when I meet you tomorrow at 5:00, if what I say makes sense and you feel comfortable and confident and assured that I can sell your home for the price that you wish to sell it to in the time frame that you wish to sell it, would you list your home with me tomorrow at 5 when we meet, if everything else is great? And you say, well, no, because I still need to take care of ABC, and it will take me a month to do that. Then I say, okay, so there's no reason to meet tomorrow. Let's stay in touch, and then let's book a tentative meeting for November 25th, of which time you finished already what it is that needs to be taken care of. And at that time, we will talk about all the stuff. And hey, who knows, in 30 days, a lot of stuff can happen. Maybe someone sold a house down the street, and instead of your home being sold for 300, now we can get 330 because they got 330. And the appraisal can come up at 330 in the 30 days. A lot of stuff can happen in 30 days. So let's meet in 30 days when things are more crucial and I have real information, like hands-on live information from the last 30 days. Here's what happened and what we can do with that information. Maybe the price goes down. Maybe in the next 30 days, something, crucial happened. And the price is a little bit, instead of 300, you're probably looking at 290 or 285, whatever the story is. Don't meet people if they're not ready to sign an agreement. Another thing is, if they don't sign a buyer exclusive agreement, it's not because they don't want to sign. It's because you're not following the system. If you follow the system like Elvis is doing, everyone will sign. They would be gladly to sign an exclusive agreement with you. Like they will even feel more secured by doing that because they know that you're really taking care of them. So allow the system in your life And trust me, at the end of the year, if you follow the system, at the end of the year, now we're looking 12 months ahead, by November of 2021, if you follow the system more than you're following now, you will end up making more than if you don't follow the system. And we meet again in 1 year. So don't forget, when we start going into videos and more advanced stuff and more branding and marketing, when we start talking about that, don't forget the foundation. Because if you're letting go of the foundation, the advance doesn't work. For the advance to work, the foundation has to be there. All right, good. The video is going to reveal more of the information that you need. If you have any questions, feel free to send questions to the group so that I can answer on the group chat and everyone else can learn from it. And that's it. I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 7:30 a.m.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.